Hey, y'all, and welcome. I appreciate you joining me this week. I feel much better. And if I don't get those COVID shots and have a fever for a couple of days, I am hooked up to a nebulizer for a couple of weeks. So I do appreciate your patience with me last week. I just want to say welcome. I do have a few new subscribers. I'm up to 15 now. I can't believe it. Thank you. So, first, we have some good news. I'm just going to recap the news of the week in case anyone wants to have a discussion about anything that came through. I don't really have any updates on news that we've previously reported this week as I have in the past, but we've got a couple of good fun things to start everything out with. So the Supreme Court ruled unanimously in favor of students with disabilities in the AJT versus ASEO area schools case. And I think my friend Witness actually commented, "Oh, so they did the right thing for once." So that was pretty funny. But yeah, they removed the whole bad faith or gross misjudgment precedent, um, so that it doesn't have to come to that. So I think it's really great. The student that was involved in this had a seizure disorder. She just wanted a modified school day, and I think it changed schools, and that school or school district didn't want to do it. And here we are. So, sometimes you may want to actually consider accommodations for your students. Um, the next article that I talked about was there's more to making a subway station accessible than an elevator, and this was MTA in New York. The reason this one caught my eye is because I have been traveling on a lot of trains in other countries train travel in the UK and in Thailand were my major forms of travel. So I did pay attention to accessibility there on those. I took some pictures and have made some notes for some videos in the future about accessibility things that I noticed in other countries. Right now, I'm in Victoria, so there's a bus system, and they do pretty good. I think it's pretty interesting. So I've taken some pictures of the accessibility here as well, and hope to do a video on that so that you can see what it's like to travel around Victoria. And I think the biggest thing here I've noticed are the buses. I've also noticed, and this is probably in bigger cities in the United States, although I didn't notice them in Atlanta or Nashville at the times I was living there. I did not notice them in Las Vegas, but the blocks are really huge there and it's very hard to walk outside. So it really depends on, I didn't do much walking outside when I lived in Vegas for heat reasons, obviously. So, I have noticed that here they have several like light touch and uh, motion sensor buttons for the crosswalk signals. So I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, I'll definitely be out doing either a video. I'm not sure if I want to, I'm still trying to decide if I want to do a compilation of like these are all the places I've visited, these are the accessibility things I've found that were really interesting or caught my eye or I hadn't lived around or seen in the United States. But or if I want to separate them out by country, we'll see. So, and next up is Deutschland or Germany. Um, I'll be going there for a few weeks, so let's see what they've got for us as well. Next, the next article I was talking about is the ADA. We're about to celebrate 35 years of the ADA on July 26th. So that's coming up. Everyone's getting excited. Events are happening. So I'll try to keep an eye on all of the ADA celebration events. Those are going to be really fun and cool. And then I also attended the training that I announced that was coming up last week. The training, one of the two trainings from ATIA that I announced last week. I did attend the AAC peer mentoring projects in the US and UK, international efforts to support AAC users. And yes, my friend Kevin was actually one of the main presenters for the US side. And it was very informative. Uh, they had great speakers from both countries, and you do get some of the slides. I think we got the UK slides. I can't remember, but they were supposed to update that. The recording is now available, and you do get CEUs for attending. So there's that. So it's really good to hear from the perspective. They did have a lot of AAC users as speakers in this presentation, and so and videos of AAC users talking about their experiences. So it's really great to go learn from the perspective of people who actually use augmentative and alternative communication on a day-to-day basis for daily living, daily communication, technology, and other needs. So yeah, there's some great people, you know. So please go check it out if you have a chance. It is there is a recording available now on the ATIA website. And let's see, I'll have to go back to last week's notes to get that link. I will try my best. I will try my ADHD best to get that in the description for you. If not, you should be able to go back to episode 6 of AT and Accessibility Weekly News, and that link will be in that description. So take a look at those. Yeah, so this is just a real quick update. This is a recap. And if any of you would like to see anything specific about the literacy support software that I demonstrated this week, please feel free to leave a comment, let me know. And also, or you can email me at atchick@atchick.org. I'll be happy to uh, delve more into something else that you want to see. You can also feel free to suggest different assistive technology that you would like to see me demonstrate or talk about. And then another thing you are welcome to do, and I would appreciate, is if there's any news that you feel should be at the forefront, what's going on, please let me know. I will gladly report on it. So I will want to keep it so that you guys stay interested. And if there's something really important that I'm missing in the news, I would love to know about it. So I appreciate you coming out. Have a great week. And I will see you for the weekly news on Tuesday at 10 a.m. on whatever platforms I can post it. Some platforms require have like a 15-minute limit. I know LinkedIn does, so it is, sometimes difficult, and because it depends on the demonstrations I'm doing. I know sometimes I'll do more than one to show different operating system built-in accessibility and assistive technology. So sometimes that can get a little funky. But yeah, would love to hear some comments, have some discussions with you. Anyone's welcome to join the live and chat with us in chat. And I really appreciate, again, my new subscribers. I appreciate anyone paying attention to assistive technology and accessibility. So I will see you next week for the news, and I will also see you next week this time on Wednesday for a recap and discussion if you like. Have a great night.